Life happened, growth happened, healing happened, and somewhere along the way, so did purpose. This isn't just a comeback, this is evolution. My name is Ani Long, and welcome back to Hey Girl, I See You, Season 2. We're talking faith, growth, leadership, healing, boundaries, purpose, and the real life lessons that shape who we become. No filters, no pretending, just real conversations, real growth, and real impact. So grab your coffee, your journal, or just a quiet moment for yourself. Because trust me, sis, I see you. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hey Girl I See You podcast. It's your girl Coach Ani here, and as always, we have another good one for you today. I want to speak to the woman out there who is always questioning or doubting herself or her next ventures. What if this doesn't work? What if this happened? What if this happened? Well, I have a question for you. What if it actually works? Like I said, I wanted to talk to the person who has been working towards something, praying about something, building something, believing for something. But if you're honest with yourself, there's a little part of you that's nervous about what happens if it actually works. See, we talk about the fear of failure. What if it doesn't work? What if nobody supports me? What if I put myself out there and it flops? What if I try and fail? But today, like I said, I want to flip that question. What if it actually works? What if that business grows? What if they say yes? What if the opportunity comes? What if the thing you've been praying for actually lands in your lap? What if God opens the door you've been standing in front of, asking Him to open? Because sometimes, sis, we're not nearly as afraid of failure as we think we are. Sometimes we're afraid to succeed. Now, let me tell you, fear isn't always about failure, right? Now, stay with me because you might say, Ani, I want to succeed. What are you talking about? I know you do. But success comes with change. And change, even good change, can be uncomfortable. You know how to function where you are. You know what this version of your life requires. You know how to operate at this level. But what happens when you have to become somebody different to carry what you've been asking for? What happens when you can no longer hide behind, well, I'm working on it? Because now it worked. Now people are calling, now people are watching, now people are buying, now people are asking you to leave. Now the opportunity is sitting right there. And suddenly you realize, oh, I actually have to do this now. Oof, sis, that fear doesn't necessarily mean you're on the wrong path. Sometimes fear shows up because you realize the thing in front of you is bigger than anything you've carried before. Success definitely changes things. It changes responsibility, it changes visibility, it changes expectations, and sometimes it changes relationships. Everybody who was comfortable with the version of you that was dreaming may not know how to handle the version of you that is actually doing. And listen to this. That doesn't mean everybody is jealous. That doesn't mean everybody is against you. Sometimes your growth simply changes the dynamics around you, but you cannot spend your life shrinking yourself to keep everybody else comfortable. You cannot pray for expansion and then apologize every time God gives you room to expand. You cannot ask for the next level while trying desperately to remain exactly who you were. on the last one. At some point, you have to give yourself permission to grow. Stop shrinking yourself, sis. And this is where I really, really, really need someone to hear me out there. Stop shrinking yourself. Stop pretending you don't know what you know. Stop minimizing what you bring to the table. Stop talking yourself out of opportunities before anybody else even gets the chance to consider you. Stop saying, I'm probably not ready. Somebody else could do it better. I don't know if I'm qualified enough. What if I mess up? Sis, what if the very thing you keep doubting is the thing connected to your purpose? What if you are ready? Not perfect, not finished growing, not somebody who has every answer, but ready enough to take the next step. There is a difference between recognizing that you still have room to grow and constantly disqualifying yourself. And some of us have spent entirely too much time doing the second one. You have to start seeing yourself differently, sis. Sometimes the next level doesn't require another certification, another class, another meeting, another person to tell you that you're capable. Sometimes the next level requires you to finally see yourself differently. Because if your life grows, but your mindset doesn't, you will constantly feel like an imposter in rooms you worked hard to enter. You'll receive the opportunity and immediately wonder whether somebody made a mistake. You'll accomplish something and explain it away. You'll be doing exactly what you prayed to do while simultaneously convincing yourself that you don't belong there. No, sis, at some point, your mind has to catch up with your growth. Your next level may require a version of you that stops doubting herself, not a version who thinks she knows everything, a version who knows she can learn, a version who knows she can adjust, a version who knows she can ask for help, a version who knows she can make a mistake without deciding the mistake means she doesn't belong there. There is a difference. Sis, I want to tell you this. Move anyway. Coach Ani just gave you a free gem. Move anyway. You do not have to wait until you stop being nervous to move. Fear doesn't always disappear before purpose. Sometimes you move while still nervous. Your hands may shake, your voice may crack. You might have to reread the email 3 times before you hit send. You might sit in the parking lot for 5 minutes before you walk through the door. Go anyway. Do it nervous. Do it learning. Do it while you're still figuring some things out. Because confidence is not always something you have before you start. Sometimes confidence comes because you started. You did the thing. You survived the thing. You learned from the thing. And then one day you look around and realize, wait a minute, I'm actually doing this. Fear doesn't always disappear before purpose. Sometimes you move while still nervous. Now, let me tell you this, the responsibility of your purpose. Now, this part matters because purpose isn't just about excitement. We love talking about purpose when it feels good, when the vision is fresh, when people are clapping, when we're excited about what's coming. But purpose also comes with leadership, influence, impact, accountability. Purpose comes with responsibility, not just excitement. If you're asking for more influence, you have to be prepared to steward that influence. If you're asking to lead, you have to understand that leadership isn't always convenient. If you're asking for growth, there may be systems, discipline, boundaries, and decisions required to sustain that growth. Because getting the opportunity is one thing, being able to carry it well is another. And maybe that's part of what scares you. Maybe deep down you understand that if it works, something will be required of you. And you're right, it will. But don't automatically assume that because you've never carried it before, you aren't able of carrying it now. You grow into some assignments. Sis, I want you to become the version of you your next level requires. So maybe the question isn't simply, will this work? Maybe another question is, who do I need to become if it does? Oh, child, that right there. Because your next level may require stronger boundaries, more discipline, greater confidence, emotional maturity. That one right there. In order for you to get to that next level, is going to require emotional maturity, better time management, more intentional decisions. It may require you to say no when the old version of you would have said yes just to keep the peace. It may require you to trust yourself. That's another good one. It may require you to stop asking everybody else for permission to do something God has already given you peace about doing. Growth isn't just about getting more. Sometimes growth is about becoming capable of responsibility, carrying more. And sis, you can become her. Not overnight, not perfectly, but intentionally. One decision at a time, one boundary at a time, one uncomfortable step at a time, one yes at a time. So today, I want you to think about that thing you've been working toward. What's that vision, that opportunity, that next move, that dream you've been quietly carrying? And instead of immediately thinking about everything that can go wrong, give yourself permission to consider what could actually go right. Maybe the question isn't, what if I fail? Maybe the real question is, what if it actually works? And if it does, don't run from it. Don't shrink from it. Don't convince yourself you aren't ready simply because you've never been here before. Stand up, learn, grow, adjust, and become the woman capable of carrying what you prayed for. Because maybe, just maybe, it's going to work. Thank y'all so much for spending time with me again today. If this episode encouraged you, make sure to share it with somebody who may need this reminder today. Please like, follow, subscribe, and share on Amazon Music, YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you enjoy your podcast. New episodes premiere every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. And always remember, hey girl, I see you.